welcome back. So today we're going to be moving some dirt that the wind has decided to relocate for us. But we got to get the dump trailer hooked up, and Tempe caught a skunk. So we got to go deal with that too. Stay tuned. The first thing we got to do is we got to get this dump trailer hooked up. And then we're gonna get the skid steer hooked up, and we're gonna dump everything in here. And the reason we're doing this is because, and I'll show you, is because the dirt has moved so much that if somebody comes whipping in there, they're gonna get hurt, because there's like a 2.5 or 3 foot dune sitting there, and I don't want anybody getting hurt. So, let's see if I can get this guy buttoned up. I'm going over here and do the, we'll go check it 4 or 5 times until I can finally get it lined up. Ooh, that's pretty dang close actually. I think I might be able to scoot it over. So I'll get the key, we'll get the lock off, and we'll see if we can get that thing and scoot it over. A little weight on it. Almost. It's gonna go. Yeah. Well, that usually doesn't happen. Usually it takes me 4 or 5 times to get that trailer hooked up. So that's good. I'm glad we were able to get it on the first shot. It means this is gonna go good. All right, so I will show you the dune. I need this so we can get in the shop. I'll show you the dune that's gotten blown in over here. So when we disc the fields, it loosened all the dirt, and we didn't get enough rain to grow enough weeds or the wheat. And you can just see all of my topsoil. It's like sand at the beach. And what I'm concerned about is actually this dune. This dune actually came out to about here. And then we had another wind that came in. I guess the wind was coming this direction, and it actually curved it and moved it. But if people come romping in here, there's a pretty good jump there. It's gonna hurt somebody or equipment. There's a nail. And so you can also see when the wind was blowing that I lost some soil to over here as well. But we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to get the skid steer, we're going to get this cleaned up. We actually have rain coming. Rain and snow coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'd really like this stuff to be picked up before. I'm wondering if I need to move this. I think I'm too close to the wall here. I'm going to move this. But I want to get the dirt picked up before it gets muddy and frozen and more of a problem to deal with. Okay, reverse helps. Let's go over here a little bit. I just want to scoot over so I have some room to turn with the skid steer, because sometimes it gets a little cramped. That should work. I also have a pretty good dune that got brought in over here. I'm sure that wind doesn't sound good, but oh, see, here comes UPS. All right, well, the UPS guy didn't jump the truck over the sand dune, so that was good. We're gonna get in here and get this thing turned on, let it warm up for a second. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to scrape the top of this. We don't want the rock, we just want the sand. We're just gonna scoop it up, put it in the bucket, and then go put it back on the field so we get another windstorm and do it all over again. It's just like silt. It's another reason I wanted to have an enclosed cab, because on the open tractor, this would be awful. Getting all this in you. See, I can adjust this a little bit so you can watch it dumb. We got a trailer full. I was gonna fill it a lot more, but these tires are getting a little squishy and I probably have too much in there. So instead of doing a full load like we were doing with the manure, I may only, where are the keys at? I can probably only do, I think that was 6 or 8 buckets. Maybe, I think it was 6. I may only be able to do 4 buckets. Because that trailer is only good for 14,000 pounds, and that's a pretty heavy load looking at those tires. But we'll see how it does with getting it lifted up in the air. We're gonna try to do the spread gate on it. It's probably just gonna create a mess. My hope is that we can get some moisture in and it'll settle this stuff down and not just repile here again. But we're already we're gonna have super high winds tonight into tomorrow, I believe. I'm just hoping I don't wake up tomorrow and I got a whole pile sitting there waiting for me again. We had an electric fence we had to take down real quick. And then on the spread gate, let's see, for the manure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I wonder if I just leave it at that, if that will help put some weight on it. So I'm gonna open it. And then, I don't think my lead is long enough to reach to the top of the truck, or front of the truck. Oh, I have a feeling it's just gonna be a pile again. Let's see what this does. It might. Ooh, I don't like it hanging around this tire here. That up. That up. All right, so I got it on the truck here, and I'm going to attempt to just push the button. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let me see if I can set you down and get a shot of it leaving. Okay, so it's going. And we're just gonna start going. See if we can spread this back on here. I don't see it coming out quite yet. Should be here in a minute. I may have too much weight in there. I will definitely have to be a little bit less weight on the next one. I'm gonna turn a little bit and see if I can, there it goes. We're dumping now. I can see it pouring out the back. All right, all done. I feel like a dump truck driver. It's a little hard to push these buttons, but I'll show you. Here we go. Here's the spread that we got. Not too bad. You can get a longer lead and run the button in your truck here if that's something you do on a normal basis. This is the first time I've ever tried dumping in the truck like this, so it's something we don't do very often. Typically I've got one of the kids or Chelsea driving and I'm just walking behind it, or I'm just dumping stationary, not using the spread gate, right? If I was just dumping it in a pile, then I wouldn't have to do that. I'd just use the back doors and be in good shape. So I think this time I may put a little bit less in it, and then also scoot it to the back so there's not so much on the tongue over here. I am going to close this spread gate. There we go. And we'll go load this second round a little lighter. All right, we got load 2. We're over here at the dump site, and we're gonna start this up. Let me know if you all have a better way to do this. Let me know in the comments if you could find a better way or think of a better approach to handling this. As I suspect this won't be the last time I have to deal with this. All right, so we got everything spread. Took 5.5 loads to do it. And I was thinking of a way to help compact this. My boss at my job actually suggested building a water tank that I can come sprinkle on these corners, which I think is a pretty good idea. But I don't have that kind of contraption built yet. And so I got to thinking, I was looking at this dirt from the last time I had run over it, and it seemed to compact it a little bit. So my thought is maybe I could run over it a little bit to try to help compact it, to keep it from blowing away, since I've got the weight of the truck and the trailer on here. I don't know if it'll do anything, but we're gonna try. And then the last thing we got to do is go over and we got to go over and clean up from where the skid steer made all of its turns and stuff, because it leaves pretty good ruts and whatnot. So we got to go over there and clean that up a little bit. This is what I'm talking about, just trying to clean up some of these ruts over here from where we had to turn around. Here's the final outcome, I guess. I only murdered the wall once, so that wasn't bad. So we got rid of the big hump, we got rid of most of this here. You can see it's still pretty loose, it's still gonna move around a little bit, but man, I hope we get that rain to help put it down, help keep it down. This door doesn't sit right coming out of the factory. I'm a little surprised. I may have to get a hold of John Deere to figure out why a machine with 150 hours came out of the factory with a door that doesn't set right. So all we're gonna do here is just lay the front of this blade bucket down a little bit and just smooth it out. It doesn't have to be perfect or amazing. We just want to smooth it out a little bit, get the ruts out of there. All right, that's what it looks like after getting it all smoothed out. Well, I don't know. Hopefully we don't wake up to a big pile and get to do this all over again. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. And let me know below in the comments what other kind of footage you all would like to see. See ya. Oh, and yes, we did let the skunk go, and he ran off, never to be seen again. Bye.